I asked my Russian friend what it's like living under Putin. He said, can't complain. Now, if that joke was hilarious to you, congratulations, you understand modal verbs. If not, then you need today's video. You can practice this lesson and hundreds of others on my Patreon, patreon.com/papateachme, or my website, papateachme.com, in my ultimate English ebook, wherever it is. British pronunciation of these two words. Can, can't. American. Can. Can't talks about possibility. Specifically, it's not possible. Like, oh, I can't eat anymore. I'm so full. Or, hey kiddo, I'm really sorry I can't be at your birthday again this year. I'm going to Las Vegas with your auntie. Shh, don't tell mum. Bye. Or permission. I'm sorry, sir, this is a private room. You can't come in. Oh, permission. So this is the same as must and mustn't, right? Not exactly. Must and mustn't are for official rules. Like when you see a sign on the wall of a store giving the store's policy. Or yeah, official rules like, excuse me, this is a children's hospital, yeah? You mustn't smoke in here. Again, this is for official rules. If it's for casual rules, like with friends, just use can't. Have to. If the rule is in the positive, like you must do this, change must for have to. For example, this, tomorrow I must work at 8 a.m. becomes, I have to work at 8 a.m. tomorrow. 8 a.m. Pissed. Oh, okay, so must is the same as should. Got it. Nope. Again, no, different. With should, you're saying, this is a good idea. I recommend this thing. Like, you should read this book. It's very interesting. Oh, wow. And what, does it have a happy ending or? Also, we use should to say, oh, this is probably the situation. Like, probably yes, this. This chicken looks green and smells like farts. Is it okay? Yeah, should be. Easy, right? Should is for advice or saying this is probably the situation. And it's the same in the negative. You want to say, hey, this is a bad idea. Shouldn't. Like, you shouldn't swim after you eat. I've never understood that. Like, why shouldn't you swim after eating? Why? Also, probability. When you want to say, this probably is not the situation. For example, it's 9:30, where is Ali? He shouldn't still be sleeping, should he? Ought to, again, is giving advice. Exactly the same as should, but way less common to hear and see in modern English. So, you really ought to put some clothes on. We're in public. Might and may are very fun. No, they're not. They both more or less talk about probabilities, like, maybe, but there is a tiny difference. May has two uses. One is for permission, like when I was in school, when I was little, I asked the teacher, Miss, can I go to the toilet? I don't know, can you? It's may I go to the toilet. Great, thank you. I just pissed myself, by the way. So historically, can was for possibility, may for permission. I don't know when it changed, but now, modern English, can is fine for permission. So please don't be like my old teacher. If your students ask, can I go to the toilet? Just let them. Also, may for permission, at the very least, sounds very, very formal. So in casual conversation, don't use may. Just say can. May I use your charger? Yeah, of course. And don't be weird. Just say can I. But because it's so formal, in academic writing, that's fine. Use may. Go ahead. That's completely fine. But in casual conversation, can sounds better. May is also for something which is likely to happen. For example, oh, hi babe. Yeah, I may not be here when you get home tonight. Yeah, no, I'm leaving you. And the baby. Yeah. You're saying this is likely to happen. Might is very, very similar, and in most cases, basically the same. Might is when you're not as sure as may. For example, are you going out? You should take an umbrella. It might rain. It's England. It might rain later. Usually you say it like this because you're not very sure. To be honest though, you can use both more or less in the same way, but if you're really interested in the tiny difference, that's it. Practice this by using your own examples in the comments. Wood. I made a whole video on wood. It covers everything. You can watch it here. It has so many uses. You can use it like used to talk about past repeated actions, like this. When I was a boy, I used to go swimming every day in the lake, and I would go with my friends and we would find strange things in the lake, like an old boot or a fish or my dead Uncle Jeff. Don't use would if that action only happened once. Like when I was a kid, I used to play football every day. Then this one time I would break my leg. No, if it happened once, just use past tense. Remember, it replaces used to, so it's repeated actions, not just one-time actions. Again, watch this video, I explain everything. It's used most commonly though to talk about hypotheticals. You know, when you're imagining possibilities about the future or now, use would. Like, hey, what would you do if your best friend gave you a love letter declaring their love for you and then they expected you to love them back? Like, what would you do? What would you say to that friend? Would you love them back? What would you say to that person? Here you go. No, read it later. Shall. I have another really good video explaining why we don't use shall there, but shall I just explain briefly now? Shall I? Shall I? Basically, only use shall for offers in a question form when you are included in that offer, like this. Oh, it's hot in here. Shall I open the window? Yeah, thanks. Should we go out for dinner tonight? I'm paying. I cannot be bothered to cook. And this is how you know if your English teacher was super old-fashioned. They taught you to say, tonight I shall do blah, 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 in a statement, not a question. But my teacher taught me to do. Is that bad? Okay, think of the most famous example of shall from a movie. You shall not pass. Exactly. Are you Gandalf? No. It sounds very, very epic, poetic. So only use this for offers and questions when you are included in that offer. Shall we do it for you? Shall I do it? See? No, I'm lying to you. Sorry, that will never happen again today. You can use it when you're taking control of someone's actions, like you're planning something, like a party, and you say, okay, this is what everyone's gonna do. Okay, shall they get the drinks ready while I get the food ready? In this case, you're making the plans and you're taking control of the situation. Also, less common, you'll see shall in contracts. In this case, it replaces will, and it's very, very formal. Instead of you will give me money every day, the contract would say, the reader of this contract shall give me money every day. So yeah, in modern English, unless you're Gandalf, it sounds very weird and very formal and very old-fashioned for you to use shall in a statement. Because it sounds so formal and epic and weird, we use it to add humor to what we're saying. For example, are you gonna be at Meg's party tonight? I shall be, yes. So silly. If you're still not sure, you can get extra English practice with this lesson and hundreds of others in my Ultimate English ebook. You can get it on my website, papateachme.com, patreon.com/papateachme, or that link in the description just there below this video. What would you like to see in a future video? And do you have any questions about today's video? I'll be in the comments to help you if you need it, and I'll see you in the next class. Bye.